I just realized that the flippin' stupid mic was turned off. So I was literally talking to myself for like this entire time. Anyways, I guess it's a good thing that nothing started inside this whole meantime. Anyways, absolutely sorry for that, but I'm just kind of, basically as the title says, I'm basically going to be playing just a little bit of Freddy. Bunch of new stuff going on, for this little event, apparently. Speaking of which, I should probably... Why not? Ooh, it actually looks a little frosty. What's this? Black box. Oh wait, that's the regular stuff, I think. I don't entirely know what I should probably get. Ooh, that was brute strength. I could use that one probably. Anyways, I'll probably just buy just a couple things just to kind of skip on to the next one, because I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna... Oh wait, I probably could have skipped this whole frickin' thing. Whatever. I'll take what I can get. And try to avoid spending so much. Anyways, is there anything new for these? Yeah, these mystery boxes and whatnot. Oh, hey, ruin. That'd be useful. Actually, why not? What's in this box? Murky Ragin? I don't know. I don't entirely know how to say that. Why not? Just to slow the game down just a little bit for all of you fans of Macho out there who happen to know about him. Oh, wait, what did I replace? I replaced Fire Up. Oops, I didn't have time. Oh well, I guess we're doing it how it standardly was. Anyways, I was coming up with some ideas the other night, and I wasn't too sure if they were good ideas, but I figured I would kind of displace them, because I actually remember, while I was awake during last night, I was thinking about the Dead by Daylight, and with what one of them had said. I think it was the King, that was his name. And he made mention at some point in time, way before, earlier, in one of his videos, that, like, they may be taking into consideration the community. So I figured maybe, if there's a chance that they'll listen to us, finally, maybe I'll be able to put up a video displaying some ideas and whatnot to either help boosting the killer ideas, or something like that. But aside from that, I had a couple ideas, actually, to possibly help fix Freddy. I'm not sure, and obviously these are just ideas. Nothing guaranteed, but I'm probably not going to be very focused on the game, but I'm definitely going to be trying to play it as I go along. So, it is bright. Like, there is no sky. It's just ash. Anyways, as for his power, it's alright, I would probably say, but it needs some tweaking, and hell, maybe they were talking about overhauling it a good bit, or overhauling how he worked in... really? I was just over there. Anyways, yeah, I had an idea maybe to change up his power, either that or maybe tweak it slightly. I have this list here next to... Excuse me just a moment. I need to find where the heck this little piggy went. Is he hiding inside the thingies? I guess not. Alright, you put them... I'm just kind of reading. I was probably half asleep, so if some of this doesn't make sense to you, it will make sense to me, so I'll be able to explain it better. I haven't seen a single person just yet. I'm assuming they're probably over here. Anyways, when you put them to sleep, they leave into a faded version of themselves. So, what I was saying there... Hello, little girl. Oh, I can still kick. Huh? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I was about to say, where'd you run? Everybody pulling ninja tricks on me. Anyways, so... Getting stuck on something, little lady? Anyway, so... They would basically fall over and fall asleep when you put them to sleep. Man, I cannot multitask in this game for jack. I am terrible at it. I am usually very okay at multitasking, but I cannot do it inside this for some reason. I have to get better at that. Anyways, I absolutely lost her. Oh, she's not in dream state anymore. Oh, well, that's a problem. Anyways, so as I'm reading over that thing, they stuff the rebutted, wake up someone else. Okay. Just as a rough quick thing of that one, I was basically saying to myself, like, when you put them to sleep, Jesus, everybody freaking running off. Ain't nobody staying around. Hi, little girl. How you doing? That is a wall. I'm not sure if you know that. Ah! You little rat. Anyways. Like I basically just did there, but like, their body basically would fall over, but they can continue running, basically, as themselves. But maybe they could be like a faded version of themselves instead. Gotcha. But, they would be a faded version. Little stuff. Oh, okay. I guess there's a bug of some sort. Anyways, come here, little girl. Anyways, let's go ahead and throw you up here. So, once they fall over and fall asleep, a faded version of themselves basically can show that they're asleep and whatnot. And in turn, they can still do gens and all the stuff that they regularly would do. Maybe it could be at, like, a slower pace and whatnot, just to make it mildly a little bit more fair, possibly, towards his power. And I believe I said take away the idea, oh, there she is. And you could, remove that entirely. So, like, they themselves cannot blow up a generator or self-care and hurt themselves. And we can take that away because if we get that, I would like to think it would be a little bit more fair. You want to pull her off of that? Go ahead, try to pull her off. I dare you. Not sure if that was the smartest idea, lady, but okay. Now I'll get back to you. I should have probably just camped by him because he wasn't exactly doing anything. Up you go. What was I saying? Alright, I'll just go straight for her. And the idea... What was I saying? Hey you, stop waking people up. Well, she absolutely got slapped. And they can't do that anymore, basically, is what I would come up with as an idea. But if their body was left behind over near a generator, or they themselves as a faded version are next to like some kind of generator, then somebody else can, however, wake them up through an exploding generator. So it's kind of still keeping it, but somebody else has to do it instead of them. I would like to at least think that would be Ahem. When I put you to sleep, you stay asleep. Like, seriously. This is like the bane of every little Freddy out here and whatnot. It's a sad thing, slightly. Nobody's going over to save that person. I'm kind of feeling bad for that person. I'm not even camping. Okay, I'll have to scroll down a little bit more. If they get hurt or they're close enough, notifies us. Really, lady? Whatever. I mean, I'm hardly even trying here. Honestly, I was expecting to kind of get my ass kicked in this round. Is nobody gonna save her? I guess not. Okay. Okay. So, like, I kind of had... Now, here's a little bit of a benefit towards the survivors and whatnot. Now, when you put them to sleep... Ooh, it's bright in here. Why do I have a suspicion? No. Okay, if they get hurt, or if the body is close enough, it notifies the survivor of where the body can be woken up. So basically, like, let's say somebody I put to sleep here, and then they faceplant right here into this tall bushel of grass. What's to say we decide to what's to say that we give the survivors a benefit, where, like, if they can't find the survivor who's fallen asleep easily, and if they're still being chased by the killer, and then they get hurt by said killer, their body, their sleeping body, can notify survivors of where they are, so that way they can actually move over to possibly wake them up. This in turn can possibly kind of give them a chance to get them out of the dream state, but I would like to think maybe it would be a little bit more fair that, like, they will only wake up if they either, if they end up... Ooh, that actually kind of tweaks the idea as well, now that I think about it, is, I'll say that after I say what I was gonna say, but, like, they had to, like, if they're still in a chase and they're waking them up, like, they'll only wake up after either they were to leave the chase, so, like, if they escape the killer and whatnot. Or maybe, if they successfully perform the waking up regular bar animation thingy and whatnot, they would, they could... Goldie. Whatever. Anyways, they can wake up back over at their body, but they'll be instantly down. Now, I'm not too sure how fair that would be still towards Freddy and whatnot, because him alone is not that great. Because, like, I mean, you'd have to go all the way... God only knows how far you probably end up chasing the survivor back to where they are, and then when you finally knock them out of the dream state, and then they're down back over at their other body, it would make it a little harder, because then you would have to go back over, and by the time you probably get back over to them, they're probably standing again already and running away. Where is everybody? Okay, I think I'm gonna need to start searching lockers, because... Hold on, somebody's here. They're working on something. Okay, I'll just read off a little bit more of the idea. Hold on, are you hiding around here? You skinny dipping in these woods? Okay, just gonna read off a little bit more. I don't care if they get some progress in. They woke up, if they can't chance, they leave the dream state, they escape, or they won't be woken up yet, or in the process. Or the process can take way longer to wake them up. So, like, if they're in the chase, and they're trying to wake them up so that way they can, it can take massively longer to wake them up, perhaps. There you are. I was wondering where you went. Yeah, you should be running, little girl. 'Cause I'm a-comin'. Hi. So basically, like, the process of waking them up can take massively longer, so that way it would be a little bit more fair. Crap, I utterly lost her. Hold on. Crap, don't lose the scratches. They went this way. Oh, there she is. No, don't you do it, don't you do it. I said don't you do it. I'm gonna throw her up here and read a little bit more. If they get hooked in such dream state, they can instantly wake back up at their body. Oh, yeah, this would be the little bit more of an interesting side. Instead of having them wait here, on the hook and whatnot, and they would wake up back at it, where they fell asleep, they would, after they're hooked, they would instantly wake back up, and it would basically just be one bar of progress, basically, instead. So that way, then you would kind of have to start the progress all over again. I'm not sure how well that would either fare, or if that would seem fair and whatnot, to be honest. I would like to think it would kind of be a little bit of an interesting... There you are. but I would like to think that would be... Did you really go down here? I'll be honest, if you are down here, I would be very surprised, because that's an idea I use. Oh, wait, I thought I heard something. Nope, never mind. Okay, apparently I'm crazy. So then, again, she probably went this way. If this is the case, she might be already heading back to this person already. Or is she abandoning her just to find the hatch? Because if so, I'm really disappointed in that person. Anyways, so basically on the second one, they would be instantly hooked again, and then, let's say then that would probably just throw them back into their body again, and that would be the second phase already done. And then once they end up dying, basically it can probably show the symbol of the regular skull, like, you know, you usually would probably if it was by your hand or whatnot, for example, to be honest. So it wouldn't exactly be, in a sense, like, it's still kind of sacrificing to the entity, but, like, I mean, in a twist, it's kind of just them falling asleep. And I say that with the quotations, basically, as if you kind of get where I'm going with it, basically. Okay, that guy is an absolute coward, and I'm very disappointed that he decided not to help her, because, like, you know, you had such a good chance there. And now I need to... Nope, you found it. Oh, well. Okay. And scrolling up a little bit. I kinda did notice that. Me? Well, I mean, they're kind of... Well, you kinda have, the choice. D-ranking? Oh, D-ranking. Oh, you could have just suicided. I mean, I'll gladly help you right there. Anyways, what is next on the list? If everyone falls asleep, then no one can wake anyone up until someone gets hooked, which I guess that's pretty much the standard thing as per usual when it came to him. We can remove the aura from... Okay, now this was a second idea towards an alteration towards his power. Is, like, you know how when you put somebody to sleep, their aura would be revealed to you if they get too far away from you. Now, what's to say we remove that aura and instead replace it with bloodlust instead? And how it works, you may be asking, is that there was two ideas that I had, which could kind of differentiate, which kind of differ on a particular way. Like, I'm not too sure which one would be better, which is kind of why I would probably ask you guys on with what you guys think, because only the community could probably really give an opinion at the moment. But as for this, depending on how many are asleep, as these notes are saying, is like, okay, yeah, here it is. Out of all four of them, let's say you just get one put to sleep and whatnot. You wouldn't get any bloodlust. It would just build up just as it regularly would, basically, instead. And instead, if you were to get two, per se, asleep, then you would probably gain one bloodlust, and then if you were to get three, then you can have second tier bloodlust, and then when you get all 4, you can have tier 3 bloodlust. I would like to think that this would at least allow you to start moving it along a little more when you start enforcing this put everybody to sleep kind of thing. I'm not too sure how well it would work, but until they get out of the dream state, then it can kind of just go dwindle down afterward instead. And depending on how many survivors sleep, scrolling down a little more. Second version, perhaps if someone was asleep and then they get away from you, and still keep the removed aura thing, so depending on how far they get, this will increase the bloodlust. So the further away from you they get, they'll basically increase the bloodlust, so that way you could kind of catch up to them, or make some time be able to, so like, it would kind of enforce a little bit of time to possibly find somebody else and put them to sleep if you happen to pass by them, and if they're getting too far away from you, then you could run right back over to that first person though. Now here's the problem. I wouldn't be too sure on how well the idea would work though, or how I could make the bloodlust idea fair. So maybe it could be based off of having the first person that you put to sleep and how far away he gets, and this would kind of be a bit of a double-edged sword and whatnot, because, like, let's say this, you put this person to sleep, and he runs off and whatnot so far, yada yada yada, and you find somebody else, and then you want to target this person. And also, let's just say, as we add a little bit of realism to it, I think the perk was called Play With Your Food, the one that gives you a little bit more movement speed, but you need to leave the obsession alone. So, like, this would kind of let you be a bit of a fire and forget, basically. So then when you're chasing this other person, and the further away that he gets from you, for the first person, I mean, that's adding more bloodlust to you. So you can go off and go find somebody else, and you'll already have all this bloodlust, so that you can constantly move faster and go after somebody else and whatnot. But here's the bad side of it. If they know about this perk and whatnot, so, like, the much more experienced players, they'll probably risk their life trying to stay near you, so that way they could keep your bloodlust levels at low. So then it would kind of enforce the idea of where you should either choose between either targeting the person that you had started with, or go after somebody else in particular that you want and risk them either slowing you down, but at the same time possibly benefiting you later on. But also kind of risks them getting out of... I think I saw some scratch marks here for just a brief moment. Could be crazy though. No? Okay. So, I don't know. And that would just be kind of an idea, and depending on how many are asleep can influence the bloodlust. Now this was... Oh, wait, there's 2 of you over here. 3. Hello, little boy. I am whispering oh so gently into your ear. Hi. Ow! Why did you run back there? Like, you probably should have vaulted. What did you do? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. I'll just accept it. He's floating around. It's like, no! My plan was so perfect! Anyways, sleeping and I'll have to actually, like, at some point make some time. These guys are actually going so. Anyways, fire and forget might benefit your play. Oh, yeah, that was what I was literally just talking about at some point. May give the survivors a choice. Maybe these ideas change. We should either tamper with the standard like this. Oh, right as I'm freaking talking. Oh, hi there. I'll target you so that way I'm not being a total asshole, you know. Yes, hello, little girl. I am going to sex. Every inch of you is going to get slapped. I'm gonna call you my little bun. Because you are now mine. I should break that pallet. I just noticed that I, like, completely abandoned it. Somebody's back on that gen too, I think. Anyways, I wrote down somewhere that maybe, like, because of this new power and perk of how it works and whatnot. Hey, you! Stop waking him up. I want you back on my list. But maybe we should tamper with maybe the personal play speed of how he is. Maybe make him a little faster. I don't know entirely if that would be fair. You better get her off that hook quickly. Excuse me, but I did the animation to grab. Thank you, but anyways, maybe we could tamper with the speed of him and whatnot. And this is also kind of another thing. Oh wait, that kind of falls. That kind of falls within Bloodlust now that I actually think about it. So I guess that little bit was a little bit redundant. Maybe add some side power. Oh, right, this is kind of a little bit of an interesting idea, though, to be honest, because, like, if you've seen how some nightmares work and whatnot, might be a little bit of realism. Maybe. There's somebody... Oh, hello there. That's actually a really good thing that I happened to walk away like that. Hold on. You're in these things. I can't see through this freaking corn, man. Oh, there you are. You're actually walking away. Hi. Maybe you should go help your friend. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. This side power that I was thinking of was... What if we added him to have an additional ability, or maybe even replace the ability altogether with the ability to walk through objects of certain value, obviously. Like, I'm not sure if it would be fair if they were either walking through all of this and whatnot. Hold on, sir. Shit. I'll just wake you up. Where did you go? Oh, did you really run back that way? Whatever. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it to the bank. Hoi you! Anyways, now the idea of how this would work is that, like, you can't walk through this type of stuff, because that, in my opinion, would be maybe just a little bit too big and whatnot. Either that, or we could still let you do it. Like, you can walk through just about anything. Excuse me, but, maybe you shouldn't wake him up. What are you doing, Dwight? Where'd old man go? Okay, he is gone. Oh, he went... Did he go over there to help that one? But, like, my original idea was that, like, you could walk through thinner objects, like thin walls. Like this one, for instance, but you had to walk directly at it, because, like, I mean, I'm not sure how fair it would be to make, like, just a straight beeline slowly towards the enemy. And obviously, like, to balance out the power slightly, maybe you could... Maybe you can make it a little bit more fair by slowing down the speed slightly or greatly by... Oh, you went back! Oh, aren't you a nice little soldier? Wait, did I put you to sleep already? Anyways, but, like, you could walk through, like, thin walls, and even maybe drop down through the floor and whatnot, so it would kind of be a little interesting. I would like to see some interesting plays towards the basements and whatnot. I'm not too sure how fair it would be, but it'd be pretty cool. I'd have to read a little bit more, to be honest, but since I'm actually running into these guys just a little bit more, I'm kind of having a little hard time trying to focus on both of these things at the same time. Let's check to see if we're around here. That crow isn't there before. Wait a minute, did I see somebody? No? Okay. What was I saying? Maybe add some side power, actually switch between modes, but maybe it's locked until somebody is actually put to sleep. That might make it maybe just a little bit more fair towards the survivors, so, like, you're not instantly, you know, just always running through objects, like, and whatnot. But I don't know, maybe you should be allowed to do it regardless, but I'm not too sure if they would either have to be attached to another button, or if this is, so, like, I'm not too certain of how well the idea would be, or how it would work. Oh, hello, Bill, you just ran straight right into me. Aren't you on like your second hook now? You should really get some medical attention. Somebody trying to... I thought I heard a flashlight for a brief moment. Oh, you were on your last hook. Oh, somebody's right there. Ahem. Ah, crap, my phone fell asleep on me. Oh, there they are. I was about to say, where the heck did you go? Just realized I was walking straight off and I was completely ignoring the fact that she's escaping. I probably should have chased her down. She would not have been able to make that fall in time. Are you really gonna loop this around? Because I don't think my bloodlust is going to allow that. Why not? I'll just make a right quick checkup on that generator, because I have a sneaky suspicion. Yep, there she is. I'll just chase her down. I'm going to get you, little girl. Hi. Whoa, it is darting all over the place. I can see you. Honestly, like, I mean, it's a little unusual with how people, like, inside this game, like, think they're sneaky sometimes, but, like, I mean, then they just get completely screwed over when they find out that, like, yeah, I can see you. I definitely can't see that big pink shirt poking out from the other side of that tree that happens to be, like, 5 inches skinny. Hopefully I can make it. I think I can make it. Let me turn my phone on along the way. Multitasking. Okay. We have successfully killed 4 people for like the first time we ever played Freddy. Well, actually, I take it back. I think this is maybe my like 3rd or 4th time ever playing Freddy, to be honest. But since it was such a good occasion, I just had to take the chance. Anyways, when you put them to sleep, maybe the faded version... Oh, it brought me back up to the top. Maybe the idea is it should tamper with the movement speed. That was that one. Maybe add some side power where you can fall asleep, but like in the dreams, almost anything can happen. This counts for nightmares too. If we give the power to phase through an object and walls, maybe the floor too. How it works, so when you put someone to sleep, it can unlock the ability. Maybe you can switch, maybe it can be like Doctor where you can switch between the abilities and whatnot. Maybe. And add like some clever little name towards it maybe. And you can like, you can walk through pallets, boxes, or thin floors and walls and whatnot, so that way you can catch them up, or catch up with the people and whatnot. Actually, I can't really say anything to tell what really they did wrong, to be honest. They were doing gens. Can't really criticize them for, or really tell them with what really went wrong around that one, like I usually would. But seeing there seemed to be a bunch of mutes, I might as well not bother with it. Anyways, I think I'll probably take like an intermission break so that way I can give off some of these ideas. How it works is, some kind of clever name, and if it's something like a pallet or a set of boxes or thin floors and even walls, he can slightly slow down his movement speed so that way he can walk through it. So the reason I kind of thought of this, this is like the reason that I actually thought of this was because I was thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean. If you remember that scene where Davy Jones, I think it was the 3rd one at World's End, I think, maybe? Where like you could see Davy Jones like walking around the ship and like he could actually like just phase through some of his own ship just so that way he can get across something or whatnot. That would kind of be like the idea that I thought would be really cool. Not sure if being able to walk through items are entirely fair, but it can be just limited to maybe just pallets and thin walls and floors maybe, so that way it would be a little bit more fair to the people. And maybe with this power he has to walk through, he can't go diagonally, so that way he can't make beat lines straight after the enemy. Either that or maybe the longer he actually he's stuck through an object, the slower he gets until like a maximum he gets massively slow, so that way you can just cross through it. So something like that big fancy machine back there earlier. So maybe an alternative power with sleeping survivors are far enough, it grants you the ability... Oh, this was a third power idea, so kind of like a change of it. Heck, maybe they could add all of the ideas and you could kind of switch it out your powers around, like Doctor, but except this time you'll have the ability, or 3 choice abilities instead. But like this idea was that like, maybe if the people are getting too far from you after they're asleep, it'll allow you to be able to teleport, basically, to like an area nearby them, or something like that, or to like a spot that's like close by to them, so that way you can kind of just instantly catch up to them if they happen to get away, or if you happen to, like, let's say you downed somebody that you were already putting into dream state and whatnot, and you downed them, and you had somebody else that was already out there asleep, you could instantly jump right through a teleporter, basically, and end up nearby over to the other person who's asleep and whatnot. So this would allow you to kind of, you know, go after multiple people while risking the chance that, like, you know, you're gonna leave behind somebody else who's on the ground and whatnot. I'm not too sure how far they would have to be before it allows you to be able to teleport, to be honest. I would kind of probably rather you guys come up with those ideas, to be honest, because I'm not too particular. I'm not very... I don't know enough about the characters themselves and how fast certain movement speeds are and whatnot. Like, sure, they tell me this stuff, to be honest, but I mean, I don't exactly know all this stuff personally in my head all the time. I just kind of know they just go this fast and whatnot. So maybe we could tweak it around, and I also don't know what would be considered fair, because depending on how strong this is, and everybody's a little bit different as a killer, to be honest, so some might be extremely strong, or we might get a majority of people who make this guy actually overpowered. So then we would have to tweak it a little further just to make it a little bit less overpowered. And then, you know, there's always the complaints about all the little rank 15s or 20s or whatnot that don't know anything about the game, or don't actually learn fast about how to actually counter the survivor, or I mean, how to counter a killer that easily and whatnot. So, these are just kind of some ideas that I had as it, maybe just to try it out. Let's see if I can get maybe one more game in, but these were... But you put someone to sleep and unlocks the ability. Maybe an alternate power is that if they were sleeping, survivors are far enough, grants the ability. Yeah, that was... These are kind of like all the ideas that I had overnight. I'm not sure if anybody else came up with these ideas before me, and if they did, or if some other YouTuber did, I'm sorry if that was the case, and I basically took their idea or something like that, but like I don't keep up with the actual Dead by Daylight community as for their ideas and whatnot, to be honest, because I'm either too busy playing the game, screwing around, having fun and whatnot, but then sometimes I actually do look around towards certain YouTubers, like either Monto, for instance, or The King, you know, all those YouTubers that are probably very well known. I'm assuming they're well known. I don't know. But like, I figured I'd probably throw in my 2 cents on the idea, and I did hear from the actual King saying that like the developers are probably going to be actually taking into consideration the community's opinion and whatnot. So if this is the case, I figured, hey, why not? I can be a creative guy. I can give up a few ideas and whatnot, or maybe project a few other people's ideas if that was to be the case, and we can probably have some good fun with it and whatnot, and maybe we can probably help them possibly balance out or better the game for everybody, so that way we have a little bit more of a fun time and whatnot. So those were my ideas, at least, so far. What do you think of them? Any good? I'm not too sure. But these were just ideas that I was coming up with overnight and whatnot. Oh darn it, we just got another person. Granted, those pings are not looking too very good, to be honest. There's a lot of red tonight, to be honest. I got the red pings. Hey, look at that. I've never seen so many red ones. If you have ghosts. Hold on. Excuse me. I would like to turn this off. Okay, I think everything's good, so we don't have to worry about any of that answering machine getting in the way. So aside from that, let's have some fun. And see if we can kill any more. This is probably like the most I'm ever gonna get until like I end up friggin' ranking up my actual killer level, and then I'm gonna be forced to probably take other ones in particular, because then he'll be too weak afterward. Granted, I mean, with what I've got so far, like, it's been okay, but granted, maybe some of these games I just got really lucky with some of these people. I'm not too sure exactly, to be honest, what the heck was going on, but they were doing pretty decent so far for the most part, to be honest, but usually Freddy being like the worst killer of them all just makes it harder for people to really play him. And usually if you die to a Freddy, so I've heard, like, you deserve to die, basically, if you get caught by Freddy. Mostly considered he's one of the easier killers to avoid once you actually learn how his power works and all of that. Ah yes, this map. The whole place looks like utter garbage and ash. Yeah, I don't mind having assault some way. Oh, hello there. Owie. That wasn't nice, lady. You got balance landing, don't you? Okay, thank you. What a waste of a good pallet. I'll just cut her off from here. Hello? How are you doing? Is the basement over there? I wasn't looking entirely. No, it's not. Okay, it's over there. I'll just hurry up here. Is that gen being worked on? Well, we can't have that. So, somebody was over here. Where? And now that I'm focusing even better on this, I can probably actually fight even better. So let's see how much better I either get. Oh wait, something's over here. Hello, little girl. Directly inside of her. Oh, I was about to say, where's that other person, by the way? Oh, that's so close. You get... Not so fast. Really? Like, nobody freaking came? I feel so bad for her to an extent. I really do. here she is, fighting for her life, and now she gets caught. And nobody was going to hurt her. Barbecue and chili would probably be really handy to a slight extent with him, to be honest, so that way I can at least find everybody. But then again, what killer isn't barbecue and chili? Oh, hello. I was actually wondering, is anybody showing up here? Because I did actually leave not too long ago. Oh, there you are. I'll go for you first. I'm feeling like a nice guy, so I'm not gonna be an entire douchebag. I gotta say that. Ah, it was just... Huh? Oh, okay. Wait, did I hurt him? No, I did not. But I got the animation. There's the pilot over here. Okay, I'll cut off your hair. Oh, you went all the way over here. Oh, there you are. Ahem. Ooh. I thought I put you to sleep. Ah! Friggin' all over the place, lady. Get 360 months. In 360 me once. But it ain't gonna be easy to do it in. Seriously, disappointment. For shame. For shame. For the number of generators that we have at the moment. I should probably smash a couple of these pallets that are around here. I know, I do remember, I think one, yeah, there it is. I'll just smash this one, just to get it out of the way. So far, we're doing pretty good. So far, so good. Yes, I'm... Really, though? Well, I'll just put you back to sleep and smack you. Where you going? I like your leather jacket. Oh, and you got a pistol holster, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, barbecue and chili would be really useful by this point. But oh well, I don't always rely on barbecue and chili all the time. I actually use it more so just for the points, to be honest. He probably is going back for him. Let's head back. Or not, I'd be wrong. I've been wrong before. Okay, now he's probably making his way over there. No? Oh. I'd been wrong before. Alright, where's the person? Wait a minute, did I see some fidgeting around here? Such a shame that they got that damn generator dead. Because now he actually has a chance to find the hatch. No big deal, though, if he does, though. I don't mind. Oh, there he is. Hey, how you doing? Ugh. I don't know, he probably would have gotten hurt by it. Owie. Here, Dwight. Oh! You're right after this slapping me in order. Yep. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, do you have dead hard? Because you're just moving straight down at this point. I'll give a Christmas wish to somebody. Go find the hatch. Okay, I need to actually alert him that I will give it to him. Hopefully that alerts him. Good boy. Probably over here. Ow. God damn it. Come back here, little boy. Oh, right, I've got bamboos. It's gonna go through that again. Nah, screw it. I'm just gonna kill him. If he Kobe's, I'll give it to him. That's if it even lets him, that is. Because, nope, it don't. I wonder where it is. Alright, I think I'll probably